Peace, everybody. Sweet Science Boxing Academy. We back at it with another video. Alright, so it just been reported that Shakur Stevenson's grandfather and one of his trainers, WALLY Moses, he just came out and confirmed that they already knew that Shakur Stevenson wasn't going to be fighting Devin The Dream Haney next for Undisputed. Now, some people might find that strange because Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney was going back and forth online. We're telling each other to sign contracts, send a new offer, things of that nature. But all the while, behind the scenes, the teams, the people who really get the fights made, they already knew they wasn't going to be fighting. So was all this just for show? Was all this just to pull out coattails? I'm not 100% sure, but for what WALLY Moses is saying, he's saying that they expected to fight Vasyl Lomachenko next. He also said that he fully expects Devin The Dream Haney to vacate the belts and move up to 140 to fight either Regis Prograis or Teofimo Lopez. So after that's done, then they'll also expect to fight the winner of George Kambosos and Maxi Hughes. This is real interesting because I find to believe what he's saying, because we all know that Shakur Stevenson's team and Devin Haney's team, they grew up with each other. Shakur and Devin been fighting with each other in the amateurs and traveling with each other. Shakur been staying with Devin, Devin been staying with Shakur. So their families know each other very well. And WALLY Moses has been saying that he been talking to Bill Haney, who's Devin Haney's father, trainer and co-manager, that they already knew all along that this fight wasn't going to take place between the two fighters. So I'm a bit confused. Maybe this was all just for show. I'm not 100% sure what was going on with all this social media back and forth if they already knew they weren't going to fight. But like I stated in one of my previous videos, I don't think Devin Haney should be fighting Shakur Stevenson at 135 anyway, because I don't think Devin Haney would be at his best. Devin Haney been at 135 since he was 17 years old, since he first turned pro in Mexico. He's 24 years old now. That's 7 years. He's been in the same weight class for the last 7 years. That's a pretty long time to be in the same weight class. So it's long overdue for him to move up, test the waters at 140, see how that is. Because he might not even be at 140 for too long. As far as Shakur, I think once Devin do move up, Shakur just need to focus on just collecting all the belts at lightweight, because I'm pretty sure he will. I think Shakur will beat everyone at lightweight right now, including Tank. And I think the big fight we're going to get is between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, maybe at junior welterweight or at welterweight, which I actually think they might actually fight at welterweight. But realistically, that will take years, especially because of the politics of boxing and how slow these big fights make. Now that I'm actually mentioning it, they might actually just fight at 140. But that all depends if Devin Haney vacates his belts, which WALLY Moses believes that he will. And if he does, then WBC will order Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson to fight for the vacant WBC title. And George Kambosos is expected to beat Maxi Hughes, who's 26 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws. Kambosos is expecting to beat him. And then after that, George Kambosos and Shakur Stevenson can fight for the vacant IBF title. And if he do that, he's basically just doing his own little blueprint on building his legacy in the lightweight division, Shakur Stevenson. Because he'll have 2 names on his resume that Devin Haney had, which will be George Kambosos and Lomachenko. I'm assuming if he does fight them two, he'll be looking to making a statement and try to get them out of there, something that Devin Haney couldn't do. Or at least beat them both comfortably in spectacular fashion, where there's no doubt, especially the Lomachenko fight. And if this is the way how it's all going to play out, then I think Shakur Stevenson should take it. Because like I just stated in my previous video, Shakur Stevenson, he really don't have a whole lot of options right now in the lightweight division as far as the top key players, because everyone else is doing their own thing, and he's having trouble negotiating with Devin Haney. So this will probably be the second best option for him, other than taking the deal that Devin Haney was trying to give him. Because if he go this route, I believe he can become undisputed, taking the belts one at a time from each other person who got a belt. Also, because Tank is still at 135, that would be a big fight between Shakur and Tank. Because Tank still holds the WBA regular lightweight title. And if Devin vacate and Shakur get his hands on the super WBA lightweight title, then them two can fight for the belts. Not the WBA, possibly all of them for undisputed at lightweight. That would be huge. But with that being said, Wally Moses, Shakur's grandfather, trainer, and co-manager, he stated that they already was aware that Shakur and Devin wasn't going to fight next. So all the people who was clamoring for that fight, y'all might as well forget it, because I don't believe it's going to happen anytime soon. That fight might happen in the next 2 to 3 years. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, and the bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.